Hi everyone, and welcome to my third YouTube video. Today I want to talk about the final 4 reasons of why I decided to leave Germany to move back to California. And if you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, you don't have to. This video talks about different reasons of why I want to move back there, and I hope you find some value in this video. And I'd say let's get into it. Okay, let's get into reason number 7, and this kind of ties into geography. So, what I specifically love about San Diego is the sunshine. I mean, it has that typical California weather. It's sunny pretty much all year round, but I don't necessarily love it when it's winter and I kind of want it to be more cozy for Christmas. So, what I did with my friend actually is we drove 7 hours to Sequoia and we were able to see snow there, which was super cool because I didn't even knew it snowed there. That's something I should have done a little more research on because we did not arrive with the proper attire, but it was still really cool to just drive and be in the snow. And you don't even need to drive 7 hours. I mean, you have Big Bear, which is just a 3 or 4 hour drive from San Diego, and you can go skiing there and snowboarding. And I think that's really awesome that it's just so close and you don't have to fly. So for me, I really just don't love flying. And that's what's nice about California because there's so many different things to do, so many different environments. I mean, we even have the desert, Palm Springs. We also have major cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco. So that's what I really love and I hope to make more use of and to just really travel and explore. And oh, also what's really nice is that in San Diego, you're really close to the border of Mexico. So, I mean, it's not your typical tourist destination like Cabo or Cancun, but you can go to TJ, obviously, do your research, make sure it's safe to go. But for me, it's always nice because I have family there and I just love the food. So I do go there multiple times a year, and it's just a convenient 20-minute drive. I mean, the getting going from TJ to San Diego does take a long time, but going there is just 20 minutes. So it's really nice if you want to see something different, but not really leave or fly to go to a different state or country. And I also found that interesting because when I lived there, I would ask a bunch of people, what their travel destinations were, because it would interest me because Germans really love traveling to Thailand or to Spain. So I feel like for Europeans, it's either Asia or, I mean, traveling within Europe or even Africa is a popular destination. But what surprised me is that for people from California, they don't really necessarily leave the US, or I guess maybe it's just the people that I talk to. But I did found this to be like a common phenomenon that they would stay either within California or just within the US, or maybe Canada or Mexico occasionally. But they would just be happy with traveling within California. And then when I took that road trip, I really understood why, because why fly and why spend so much money when you can just drive and be in a beautiful, different environment? So, yeah, I thought that was really nice, and very convenient if you're not big on flying. So, yeah, I do intend to make use of that because I do love to travel, on a budget, of course. So yeah, there you have reason number 7 and a little fun fact. Okay, let's get into the 8th reason. And this is more specific to San Diego. I can't really speak to other parts of California because I haven't lived there, but I love that in San Diego, people are always out and about. So what I mean is if you go to Pacific Beach, that's like the total like college young adult area. They have a lot of bars, breweries, coffee shops, just little souvenir shops or boutique stores. And I really like that you can go there and find people that are your age. So for me, that's people who are in their early 20s. And it's not just PB. I mean, Mission Beach is kind of similar, although that's kind of more mixed. I mean, you'll see some families there for sure. Um, and I think different parts of San Diego cater to kind of different age groups. So I like that you can go somewhere and know that you'll find people your age there. And for me, that's pretty important because I do plan on making more friends there, or at least I'm gonna try to put myself out there. I do have some friends from college, but honestly, not many. And I don't think the quantity really matters. I really do believe that the quality of those relationships are what matter most. But I also want to kind of branch out and just meet new people. And I feel like I've kind of hit a point where I haven't met any new friends in years. Like, seriously, I'd say 4 years ever since I went to college. And I don't want to just not like keep trying to put myself out there and trying to meet new people and get new ideas, listen to new perspectives, and form new relationships. So I am gonna try to do that and see how that goes. But yeah, that's reason number 8, and also why I love San Diego so much. Let's get into reason number 9. And this is a more personal reason, but for me, I'm a very high anxiety, high stress person. So I stress out very easily. I'm also anxious pretty much all the time, unless I'm like in a very comfortable environment and know I don't need to be in an unfamiliar situation. And so for me, it was really refreshing when I moved to California because I realized people were super chill. Like they were essentially, not everyone, obviously, but I mean, for the most part, people were very relaxed, kind of like, let's take the day by day. Let's not have a big to-do list, and let's just see where the day takes us. And I really love that because it helped me calm down as well. I was like, wait a second, why am I so anxious? Why do I have all these things that I feel like I need to do when I really just need to take a step down, take a breath, and just not worry so much. And California really did teach me how to do that. And another big thing is that it taught me how to be more confident. So I really observed the people around me, and I noticed that everyone had this like self confidence about them that I didn't experience here in Germany. And that kind of just like rubbed off on me. Like, especially in my classes, I would feel more like, I'd say, in a safe environment to speak up and raise my hand and share my opinion. And in Germany, it was completely the opposite. I'd be so scared to say anything. It was more of like a competitive environment that just kind of scared me. And that's what I enjoyed about San Diego so much, because people, they wanted to hear what you had to say. They were friendly. They weren't out for competition. So yeah, that really just rubbed off on me in a really positive way. And I feel like ever since I moved back here, those like anxious thoughts have started coming back in, and I do feel stressed out pretty much all the time. And I can't even tell you why, because my life is not that stressful. It really shouldn't be. I mean, I have a job, and I live with my parents, so there's honestly nothing to stress out about. But it's still like this feeling of I just need to do something more. And in California, while I do feel like people are very ambitious and there is competition in certain fields, I think just overall people are more chill. And you can see this just by looking at people walking down the street. So here in Europe, people do kind of walk with purpose. They walk fast. And in California, you'll see people just really taking their time. So it did teach me a great deal of patience, which is important. And yeah, I miss just not being so high anxiety all the time. And I hope that that changes when I move back there. Um, yeah, and that's, I mean, a more personal reason, but that's also a big reason of why I want to go back there. Let's get into the final reason for this video. And I think some of you might be able to relate if you're in your 20s like me. So, like I mentioned, I moved back in with my parents. And I think when I finished college, that was a really good decision because I did not have the financial resources to pay my own rent, and I did not want to put that burden onto my parents. So yeah, I ended up moving back here, and it was also a smart move because I was able to get a job here and save up some money. And I do encourage people to do that. I don't think you should waste all your money on rent if you don't really need to, because that money could be better invested to grow over time. But I think now I'm at a point where I'm turning 23 next month, and I just don't really feel good about living at my parents' house anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it. I get spoiled so much. I mean, I don't even need to go grocery shopping or do my own laundry if I don't want to, or drive around, because my parents would happily do that for me. But I feel like I'm just becoming way too comfortable of being here. And like, I can just see myself doing this for years and not really caring at all. And that's not how I want to be. So I really want to be more ambitious than that. I want to work on my self development and personal growth, and that's just really important to me. So even though I could be saving so much money and investing that, I think it's more important to focus on my self development at this point in my life. And that's why I feel like I need to move out. And yeah, I mean, I could move to a city that's down the street, but I mean, do have the chance to move back to California, so that's why I'm doing that. But I think if you're like in a similar position, even just moving cities, even if it's just an hour away, I think that can still be so beneficial, because you're on your own. You're going to have to learn how to manage your time more efficiently, how to take care of yourself properly, be healthy and all that stuff. And I think even just that is really important for your personal development. So if you want to change something, if you're not really happy with your habits, I do encourage that. And I think it is the right step for me. And yeah, that's also reason number 10 of why I feel like now is a good time to, change my environment and just work on myself. So yeah, I hope that was kind of relatable. And I do want to continue the series, but not talk about reasons that are more about me, just give advice in general and kind of document the process of moving, because I feel like many people are interested in the California lifestyle and what it's actually like. So I hope to give some good insight on that. And I do want to keep it real and unfiltered as much as possible. So, yeah, I hope you follow me along in my journey, and I hope to see you in the next video, which will be next week. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you found this valuable, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.